I can live a simple life. I can live a simple life. So that's my concept of retirement, which is not really retirement. Retirement to me is probably just changing priorities. Stay true to your core. Stay true to your truth. Stay that core within. Sabi nga ni Maya Angelou, ito yung core na it's inviolable. It's within. That's where your story is. That's where your truth is. I remember when I was partly training Catriona Gray for the Miss Universe 2018. I don't know if you guys remember, but in her opening speech, there was a line that was a paraphrase from Angelo's, I come as one, I stand as 10,000. That came from me when I was coaching her. Kasi ako naniniwala ako that now I'm facing you, Kate, I'm facing Aaron, and members of the media are friends, but I'm not alone. I am with my ancestors, I'm with Nanay, I'm with Tatay, I stand on their shoulders. Matapang ako because I come from a courageous family of farmers and fishermen, and I am not afraid. I am not afraid because I am with them. I come as one, I stand as 10,000. I think she's being trained by very able coaches right now. I haven't been asked. Long time ago, a friend of mine said that they might just call me for some advice, but I haven't gotten that call. But I think she's in very good hands. I'm not quite familiar with Rabia in the context of a question and answer, but I think she's in good hands. She's in good hands. She's probably the first candidate in the last 3-4 years that I didn't train or coach. I didn't coach. Maybe because also of the pandemic, it's very difficult. But I suppose she's in good hands. I think the organizers, Miss Universe PH, has a team of Q&A trainers. Hindi ko alam yung strength and weakness ni Rabia because I have very limited exposure to her. Yeah, I'm getting used to it. Kasi yung first year, pero restless na ako ngayon, I'll admit. Kasi nag-umpisa na before this surge again, Marinel, nakakalabas na ako with some meetings. Siguro mga twice a week. Pero ngayon, with this surge, balik na naman yung, but I'm not complaining. Sabi ko nga, kilala ko ng bawat kanto ng bahay ko. Nakakapag-jogging na ako. It's totally different. And what it taught me also is that it is possible to live with what we have. Okay lang, kaya eh. Kaya natin eh. Alam mo, Marinel, before this MediaCon, I was in my rest house in Tagaytay. Okay, I was there for 7 days. Wala akong kausap. And believe it or not, I enjoy being quiet. Bigyan mo lang ako ng isang libro, leave me in a corner, I'm fine. I don't think I'll ever retire. Kanina, Albert, I was starting to talk about, I'm going to go. I mean, somebody will take center stage. I used very strong words. I will be a husband. I will be laos at one point in my life. But I don't think I will be useless. Knowing myself, I think I'll find other things to do. Sabi ko nga, this is probably the reason why. No, the answer to that is I'm not going to retire. For as long as I can move my fingers, I will work. Because that is my life. That makes me happy. I will teach in the university. I will set up a school with some friends. I will be a pole dancer. Joke. I will continue to do what I can do. I will continue to do what I can do. But I don't imagine myself retiring. As in, going back, but I'm itong pandemic, nung umuwi ako sa Samar, I was just so happy. I was just so happy to be in the province. So retirement may mean I will be able to travel back to my hometown, back to Manila, teach a more relaxed life. I'll be very honest. Napakasimple naman ng buhay ko, Albert. Wala akong needs, wala akong utang. I've always been afraid to borrow money, for example, from the banks, because I don't want the pressure. I don't want the pressure of working because I have to pay debts. So I have been very careful. I've been very conservative in my financial dealings. So I'm really okay. I can live a simple life. I can live a simple life. So that's my concept of retirement, which is not really retirement. Retirement to me is probably just changing priorities. Kasi Albert, ang mahirap, hindi ko naman pwedeng ipagpilitan ng sarili ko na I will forever do television, ipinagtutulakan ka na, doon ka pa rin. You have to admit it in your heart that, you have your time on center stage. You have to allow others to shine. Ano ang naipasa sa akin ng tatay at nanay? Sobrang mahirap kasi ang nanay at tatay. Sobrang mahirap. One word, work hard. Yung talagang sinasabi parate ng nanay at ng tatay. Maybe because ang konteksto nun, galing kami sa nasa very poor beginnings. Napakahirap ng aming buhay. Sabi ko nga nung kagabi lang, nagkwentuhan kami ng kaibigan ko, saying, when Tatay passed on, he was very young when he passed on, I could not forget the face of Nanay because our house was mortgaged with the Philippine National Bank in Borongan. Alam mo yung ganun? Sabi niya, kaya pala takot na takot ka umutang. Totoo yun. Because I will not forget. There are stories and there are experiences that stick to your heart, to your gut, and you don't forget this. That becomes part of who you are. Yes, Tatay would always say, work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. And that's exactly what I did. I really worked so hard in this life. That's an existential question. There are fundamentals, I think. We want to be loved. We want to be liked. We want our family to be intact. And I'm talking about the Filipino human nature. And then the rest are affected by the environment, by experiences, etc. Pero naniniwala ko, Anne, that our core, again, I go back to that core. That's another way of saying, our core, yung pagkatao natin is who we are. It's diluted by many factors as we go through life. Our mental, social, emotional constructs change. Pero yung core, I think is fundamentally good. Fundamentally good. And if your question is, does it ever change? It can be wrapped too much that it becomes so difficult for it to come out by affectations, by pain, by struggles, by joy, by money, by wealth, by failure, by rejection. Kaya importante palagay ko, yung merong kang kasama who is able to truthfully remind you that go back to who you are. Go back to your soul. Go back to your truth. Like, what is my truth? Without having to be obsessed about my poor beginnings. Ang mga ninuno ko ay mga magsasaka, ang mga ninuno ko ay mga mangingisda, ang mga ninuno ko ay masisipag. That is not something. At a certain point, somebody told me, you were never afraid to talk about your beginnings. I worked in a restaurant. Ito na yung mga experiences that affected, my core. Nag-tourist guide, etc., nag-theater. But I go back to my core. I know my core is good. I know my core is inviolable. I was saying that. Kaya, proud ako na dalhin lagi I want to bring along my clan. I want to bring along nanay, tatay, my grandparents. My tatay was born out of wedlock. Instead of being ashamed about it, sabi ko nung bata pa ako, ay dalawa ang lolo ko, ay dalawa ang lola ko. It's perspective. It's really perspective. You can be affected by many things outside of your core because we travel, we journey. But if you go back to your core and you go back to your truth and you stick to your story, I don't think you'll get lost. Kasi, in the lowest points of my life, Anne, hindi ko binitawan yung, for as long as I know my way back home, okay ako. And that was both literal and figurative. Literal, pauwiin nyo lang ako sa Samar, okay ako. Figurative, just let me go back to who I am. I'm really okay. Naging maarte lang ako to a certain point because I got exposed to the very things in life. With the pandemic, hindi naman ako nag-shopping, but I am not less of who I am. Only for me to realize that, yeah, I'm getting closer, and I have befriended myself. I think I'm friends with myself better now.